Hey y'all, what's going on? Question. Some people that I love dearly tried to tell me that church is like a hospital for sick people. Excuse me, I'm eating lunch, just finished lunch. And I kind of understand that. But then I asked the person or the people, when was the last time you went to a physical hospital? So you go to a hospital only when there's a problem. While you're there, they examine you, figure out what's wrong with you. They do what they can to help you get back to a space where you can leave the hospital. But just because you left the hospital doesn't mean you're healthy. If they discharge you from a hospital, they typically give you a prescription that you have to go fill. They give you, with that prescription, you have to take it on a certain, twice a day with food or every 4 hours, etc. And then it's still up to you to do the work. Now, if once you get better, do you go back to the hospital? Do you go back and say, hey, I'm better now? And then they put you in a program that makes you a doctor? Or do you just go to the hospital only when there's something wrong, leave, and then still have to do the work on your own? So when people tell me, you haven't been in church and we want you to come back to church and oh well, I just got a text message, so that's why I had to slow down. And it's like there's nothing in church for me but sick people. If I know some people are sick, why would I go around sick people who are trying to get better? Now I could go to be an encouragement, but if I still have things within myself that I'm trying to get right, why would I go around people who are sick and watch them continue in their sickness? So why would I not instead go to a therapist? Because a therapist is going to show you and teach you. They're going to identify problems. They're going to offer solutions. Whichever solution you choose, whichever solutionary path or track that you take, they're going to coach you through that. You're dealing with grief of a certain closeness of a person that had a certain length. Here's the suggested options. You could do this option B, option C, etc. This one is going to be the shortest, but it's going to be the most intense. This one is going to be the easiest, but it's going to take the most time. This one here is going to be kind of uncomfortable and kind of short, but it's like the perfect mixture. Which one do you want to do? And then they'll coach you through the process that you chose. So church is great, and I'm not against church, but if I'm not able to use my gifts in the church, if I have to still deal with the fleshly side of people within a church culture, I'm probably just not going to come. I'm not going to come to the facility to fellowship with people who are not filled with the faith. Not coming to your facility to fellowship with people who are not filled with the faith. When I say filled with the faith, they don't have it all together just yet, but they working in a certain area, and they can identify, hey, I struggle with this, which is why I don't do that, but I'm working on this right here. Here's what I'm doing to get better in that area. If that's not you, I'm not coming to your church. If you can't say, man, I'm trying my hardest not to cheat on my wife. Me and my wife done been through it. I done messed up. I ain't trying to make her feel that no more. So I'm not doing this. And then literally saying, I can't go to this spot. When the sun go down, I need to be around my wife. When I'm around people and they get to drinking and I'm around my boys, if my wife's not there, I'm not drinking. You got to be putting some action in your Jackson. You dig. Peace and blessings, y'all.